Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Duke Carter, and we are here for the Sunday edition of the Eyewitness Morning News. Well, in case you missed it, the highly anticipated Anthony Davis trade finally happened. Yesterday, it was announced that Davis will be leaving New Orleans and heading to Los Angeles to join the Lakers. This was a move, of course, we all saw coming, and AD was pretty vocal about his decision to leave the Pels. So later in sports, Ricardo LeCompte breaks down the timeline of AD's time here in New Orleans. But for now, happy Father's Day to everyone, including our weather expert.
Why, thank you.
Chris Franklin.
Thank you, sir.
Man of many hats. Jack of all trades.
That's right.
That's all the compliments I'm giving you for right now.
That's it for now?
For now.
Okay.
10 minutes later.
Father and weather expert.
Father, weather expert, father of two beautiful kids, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Henry and Lucy, right?
Henry and Lucy.
I got their names. There we go.
We're going to be showing them off later.
You do that.
In a special way.
In a very special way.
And it is not going to be a bad day today. We had some big downpours. Really, coverage-wise across the area yesterday wasn't all that much. A lot of folks on the North Shore saw.
We now know the opening date for the Children's Museum at City Park, actually down to the exact time, noon, August 31st. It's just the latest addition to the 165-year-old landmark. Jacqueline Quinn gives us a look at the park's evolving landscape.
City Park is one of the most visited parks in the United States for a reason.
City Park also announced it will soon break ground on a splash park, but has yet to announce a date or more details. And of course, once we learn out, we'll definitely let you all know. Look now at a few other stories you need to know this morning. Sadly, on this Father's Day, a family is grieving. A shooting left one woman dead and another injured. It happened shortly after 8 o'clock in Central City last night. New Orleans police say two women, a 25-year-old and a 27-year-old, they were shot when they arrived at the intersection of Magnolia Street and Washington Avenue. Both victims were taken to a hospital where the 25-year-old later died. An investigation is ongoing, but if you have any information that could help police, call Crime Stoppers. Adult film star Stormy Daniels is hosting a party to raise money for the New Orleans Abortion Fund. The Louisiana native is calling it the, get this, Swamp Trash Block Party. The party will take place in the Faubourg Marigny at Big Daddy's and Lost Love Lounge. Now, this isn't the first time Daniels has been in the spotlight pushing for change. Last year, she performed 2 strip shows protesting a law to raise the age for Louisiana strippers from 18 to 21. Today's event begins at 4. We will soon learn more about Family Gras 2020. Metairie Council members will announce new parades and carnival dates tomorrow at a press conference. That conference is tomorrow at 2 p.m. at the Clearview Mall near the food court. Coming up after the break, love him or hate him. O.J. Simpson is on social media. We'll tell you which platform. And get this, imagine shopping, but you can't check out because all the registers, they were not working. Those stories when we come back. Plus, weather expert Chris, what we got today?
Hot day and drier than we were yesterday on this Father's Day. Details coming up.
Welcome back, 6:09. One of the biggest personalities in the entertainment industry now has a Twitter account. Known to the world as OJ, Orenthal James Simpson made his account yesterday with the username, quote, the real OJ. The former football star tweeted a video and said, quote, I've got a little getting even to do. Wonder what that means. Well, Simpson did create the account just days after the 25th anniversary of the murders of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown, and her friend, Ron Goldman. Target registers are now up and running after a 2-hour outage worldwide. The outage yesterday prevented employees from scanning their items. A spokesperson for Target apologized and said an internal technology glitch caused the outage. Some stores were forced to close until everything ran smoothly again. The company did confirm, though, that the store's data was not breached. So, ladies and gentlemen, you do not have to worry about your information being compromised. Well, Chris is here with the forecast. And Chris, you know, today we're looking forward to some good weather for dads out there. What do you expect today?
It's going to be a nice day. Now, I do want to show off a special gift that I've already gotten. I got it early, and I got to show these off. Can we show these?
Now, who is this on this sock?
Let me see if I can make sure we see that. That's Lucy and Henry.
Oh, your
forever immortalized on my legs.
You know what? That's a beautiful picture of your babies.
They're socks. They're not tattoos.
No.
I said forever immortalized if it was a tattoo.
No, it's okay.
It's just a sock.
There's nothing wrong with that. Live your best life.
I think Mom helped pick these out.
I'm glad she helped you with
and she kept them a secret because Lucy would have blabbed it as soon as she heard about it.
But it's a good Father's Day present.
It was a very nice Father's Day gift.
So every dad out there also needs a good day for Father's Day.
And it really
right?
won't be a bad day. We may see a few downpours. Now, yesterday's rain really was focused over the city. Coverage.
Thank you, Chris. If you've lived in New Orleans, there's a good chance you know something about jazz music. And John Coltrane was one of the greats who had ties to our colorful city. He was born and raised in High Point, North Carolina, where his childhood home still stands. And now the community wants to help preserve his legacy. So we're actually in a childhood.
Lordy, what you've been doing to me. I'm gonna tell everybody that I'm down in misery.
Ain't that something? Coming up, a performance by Ivan Neville. But first, AD is going to LA. Ricardo LeCompte explains why the move was a good idea after all. That and more after the break. Good morning, Sleeping Beauties, and welcome back to the Sunday edition of the Eyewitness Morning News. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to meteorologist, weather expert, man with many hats.
That's right.
Drinking his coffee.
Including being a dad. Hey, when you know what? When you work on Father's Day,
Yeah.
you wear a robe.
And you can see.
Can people see that this is a robe?
Oh, wow, you're really coming around?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to come around now. Okay.
I just want to make sure everybody can see that this is a robe.
You go ahead, Chris. You just talk about your robe. What are we wearing? What's the label?
This is about a 25-year-old Nautica.
Nautica? Mm-hmm. Is it comfortable? Talk about.
Oh, it is very comfortable. You said I should upgrade my robe. You don't upgrade what is comfortable.
You do upgrade. It's 25 plus years old.
There are no holes in it. It's fine.
That's fine. Okay, well, cool.
It's very comfortable.
Since you're comfortable, will the weather be comfortable for every other dad today?
Well, it won't be as wet as it was yesterday, but unfortunately, the comfort level is on the low side because it's going to be muggy.
Well, we'll take it.
Yeah,
take what we can get at this point, right?
Yeah, it's mid-June. This is just what we come to expect. Well, a full look at your weather expert forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Chris. The man who can bring his robe, but not donuts. Anywho, switching gears to sports. Anthony Davis gets his wish. He will be a Los Angeles Laker. The reported trade on Saturday will pair AD with LeBron James.
Let it go.
Oh my God, Chris Franklin. The reported trade will happen with LeBron James. New Orleans gets Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, and 3 first-round picks, including the 4th overall pick in Thursday's NBA draft. And the Lakers' odds to win next season's NBA title went up in Vegas. Caesars Sportsbook moved LA's odds from 4-1 to 7-2. Meanwhile, the Pelicans put themselves in a good spot for what's to come after Anthony Davis.
A big haul for
Barry wrote on Tag Board, of course, the internet had a lot to say. Barry wrote, Anthony Davis might be the most gifted power forward in NBA history, but him going to the locker room mid-game because of a sore finger 20 times a year ain't gonna fly in LA. And Christian wrote, listen, I think the Lakers' young guys are going to be very, very good, but none of them will ever be as good as Anthony Davis or LeBron James at 35. When you can put 2 MVP caliber players together, you have to do it. So keep it here on Channel 4 for any updates on our website and WWLTV.com and on our social media pages. In national news, more than 2,700 cases ruled by an Ohio judge could be re-examined. This comes after Judge Williams T. Marshall is accused of going to work drunk and being involved in a sex trafficking ring. The 62-year-old Common Pleas Court judge served for 15 years and dealt with more than 2,700 cases, none of which involved the death penalty, but in 2013, Marshall was hospitalized for alcoholism. Another suspect in the shooting of a former baseball star David Ortiz was brought into the Dominican prosecutor's office, but his exact role still hasn't been revealed to the public. Prosecutors have charged 8 other men and 1 woman in connection to the shootings. Ortiz is still recovering at a Boston hospital. In New York, the NYPD is a police force shaken by suicide. The death of an officer yesterday is the 3rd suspected suicide in just 10 days. As Kenneth Craig reports, it's a growing problem, not just here, but nationwide.
The most recent.
And today is a day for Dad, and guess what? Dads, it's okay to have a six-pack and not abs. After the break, a gift highlighting one of their most distinctive features, their dad bods. We'll explain after the break.
It's time to break this spell. So many signs telling me what to do.
Oh, so good. That was Ivan Neville, who was on our show last week. He was one of the pianists who christened our Steinway piano, but no, we're going to switch gears to weather.
I'm not going to be christening the piano.
Well,
I can't tickle the ivories like that.
Well, at least you can tickle our feelings with the weather today. Because it's good.
It is.
And you're in a proper uniform.
I did.
Attire.
I dressed back to my normal clothes.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you. Appreciate
Welcome
it.
back.
Let's take a look at what's happening.
Got him cracked up. That's good.
I'm tickling feelings.
Thank you, Chris. This Father's Day, you might want to switch it up and get Dad something other than that boring tie. So how about celebrating Dad with a 6-pack of Dad Bod beer? It's from the DuClaw Brewing Company. That company is also known for its unicorn-themed beer. And if your dad likes to travel, how about luggage featuring his good looks? It may be a bit much, but it would definitely stand out in a crowd. And almost everyone loves bacon. The company, Manly Man, is offering maple-flavored bacon roses dipped in dark chocolate. Now that's actually sound good. For a dozen, they are priced at $69.99. That's a bit expensive, but these are all gifts Dad would probably enjoy more than just, well, Chris got socks. Or you can make dinner for him. Chris has made his way to the kitchen and brings you a recipe that looks intimidating but easy enough to make at home.
And
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers watching. But before we go, we wanted to share with you a clip of a father chatting with his 19-month-old son. Take a look.
Did you understand it though? No. Okay. All right. Huh? Oh, no, not this one. This is the grand finale of this. Yeah, that's the last one. That's what I was wondering. I don't know what they're gonna do next season because they did some stuff this time. Exactly what I was thinking.
That is so cute. Yeah, the video has been watched more than 55 million times. Chris, I'm pretty sure you have experience with that with Henry, baby Henry, right?
Absolutely. It's the exact same thing. And not that I'm a big fan of viral videos, but I have watched that one a few times.
And
it
so
is hysterical.
How does your conversation go with baby Henry?
Very similar.
So you understand pretty much back and forth?
Well, there's no understanding. It's just the bond between father and son that you're able to discuss such matters.
That's good. That's good.
That's exactly the same kind of conversation we would have.
I'm glad you all at least have that conversation.
We do
and
have that bond. Absolutely.
There you go. Well, that's our show today. Thank you all for watching. Fathers, have a great day. Until then, until next time.